to share my own experience after me studying the Course in Miracles for quite a few years. So I haven't finished the book yet, because the thing with me is that I actually stay, let's say I start reading a page, a couple of pages, and if there's something that is not clear 100% with me, then I actually come back and read it again, and maybe 1 or 2 or 3, or it could take me 5 days to just read the same page or a couple of pages until I understand it. Because for me, it is important to, of course, know what it's talking about. 1, 2, practicing the proper way. And 3, being able to share with you what is basically A Course in Miracles. So, going back into the point, what has A Course in Miracles have done for me? Well, it has done many, many things. But some of those things could be that it actually had helped me perhaps to be more aware of the way I see, or I pass judgment really fast on someone. And of course, whenever that happens, then like the Course says, I need you to observe what is it, what you're feeling. And then from there, what is it that you're thinking that you could think it's actually real, that is making you feel the way you feel? So point number 1, it's making me more conscious, more aware that I have to stop rather than just reacting or thinking or assuming that I already know the answer of whatever situation could be happening outside or out there, right? So most of the time we assume, oh, I know this is happening due to this, no. Or this person is acting because I know, blah, blah, blah. We don't know. Let's just remember, as always, the Course says, you don't have the whole truth. The only one that knows the entire truth is the Holy Spirit. So it's asking us to always give whatever it's bothering us, or it's giving us anxiety, or it's giving us doubt, to the Holy Spirit and ask for guidance, as He is the only one that will know the entire truth. That's one thing that the Course have done for me. Another thing, I think, even though like I mentioned, I haven't finished reading the entire book, it has made me more compassionate towards others. I do remember perfectly well this principle that the book says, everything that you give, you're giving it to yourself. So now, before I do something, right, I kind of stop and I try to put myself in these other people's shoes. And I try to think, well, how would I like other people to react with me if this was the other way around, and I was in that person's shoes, right? So somehow it has given me more parameter of observation, more parameter of understanding that not because I think so, that means it's the truth. No. So I do surrender and give it to the Holy Spirit. And the only thing that I can tell you, for probably a lot of people that have studied the Course as well, it's that it is very important that you read or study the foundation of the book, which is going to be the first pages, probably the first 20 pages, something like that. So you will be able to understand what it is, because actually Jesus says in one of those 20 pages, towards the end, when we start the text, like the meaning of separation, all that stuff, he says, okay, it was really important for me, he says it, to share you the foundation, because from now on, you're going to have you're going to have to start having a straight communication with God. He said, however, I'm going to be always on your side, guiding you. But it was really important that you learn the foundation, so the more we move on, you will be able to understand some of the things that if you do not understand, rather, and it says like that, rather than being beneficial for you, they could make you be fearful because you're not understanding. And because, again, as I mentioned, the people that have studied the book can tell that it's touching very delicate fibers in us, right? Like it's how do you say, it's a very delicate point or delicate points that touches, because it's asking you constantly to observe yourself. It's always saying it's not the outside, it's observe yourself, observe what you're thinking, what you're feeling, what you're reflecting, because it does mention that everything that we see out there, it's basically a reflection of our thoughts, of our the way we act, the way and how you're gonna act depending on what you think, right? Because if your thoughts are being kept in positive, well, your actions are going to be kept in positive. But if your thoughts are being kept in negative, in fear, in anxiety, in depression, then out there you're going to reflect that. And believe it or not, it's going to start being like a chain, right? That's why the world is like, whoa, everyone is like taking precautions of everything, and because it's a chain of everyone is projecting their fears, their anxiety, when the Course is very clear saying that is not your essence. Your essence is love. Your essence is not ego, is not fear, is not anger, is not sadness, is not depression. So I wanted to do to share this video because I do want to invite you to actually study the book if you're really interested in getting into this this peace of mind that the Course can give you. It's great that you guys see videos not just from myself but perhaps from other facilitators from the Course in Miracles. However, sometimes it's more and more important that you start reading and studying also on your own, because some other things are going to come that perhaps you won't be able to just find in some videos, because everyone's experience will be a little bit different. Anyway, thank you so much for seeing the video, for listening, and I really hope you guys have and take yourself and give yourself the chance to study the Course in Miracles. And if not, I'm going to try my best to share everything here. And peace. Bye.